Hi, Rayford Palmer, STG Divorce Law, author of the best-selling divorce book, I Just Want This Done, How Smart, Successful People Get Divorced Without Losing Their Kids' Money and Minds, giving you a Illinois case law update in the divorce and parentage world. So in this case, we've got a case called Marriage of Amyette, A-M-Y-E-T-T-E, decided in August 2023. This was a Rock Island County case, but it's in the 3rd District, which strangely also includes DuPage County, one of the counties we serve. Which used to be in the 2nd Appellate District. There's a big reshuffling of districts. In any event, this case is interesting because it talks about prenups, and this is a case where a prenup was held invalid, which is rare and something I talk about quite often in our podcast, the I Just Want This Done Divorce podcast, and on social media, is that prenups are usually very hard to overturn. Well, a trial court in this case did knock out part of a prenup, and the appellate court upheld that in part and reversed it in part. And here's the story. The petitioner appealed from the trial court's findings that a premarital agreement's provisions, so a prenup's provisions regarding a maintenance waiver, so waiving alimony, and the designation of the marital home as non-marital property were unenforceable. The appellate court affirmed in part and reversed in part. So an appellate court can agree with the trial court either 100% or partially. And in this case, they agreed with part of the decision of the trial court and reversed part of it. The appellate court found there was no basis to find that the trial court's undue hardship determination regarding maintenance was against the manifest weight of the evidence, but the trial court abused its discretion when it wholly adopted the respondent's originally filed financial affidavit despite inconsistencies that existed between the documents filed by both parties. Okay. Well, I dug into this case and I pulled the case, and we have links to these cases in the notes for these posts here on YouTube. And the gist is, you say, why did this get overturned? Well, the court determined that the waiver of maintenance, and this is really what I want to hone in on, is the waiver of maintenance, was unconscionable. Why? Well, the facts were that the prenup was basically dropped in a sort of surprise move by the fiance against his future wife only a few days before the wedding. She also sounded like an unsophisticated person in terms of not being very financially savvy, and she didn't have a lawyer to help her review the document. She testified she thought that the list of property they provided to the lawyer was just to identify the property they had at the time they got married. I think the court figured she didn't understand what she was signing at the time she signed it. So the court found at least partially that the prenup was unconscionable and unenforceable. So I want to reiterate, this is why you want to get a lawyer representing both people in prenups. And we get people that ask us all the time, can't I just get one on LegalZoom and fill it out and be good? Well, you might feel good about it for a while, but you're not buying just a document from an attorney when you're having a lawyer prepare a prenup. You're buying insurance policy, essentially. You're buying the extra level of sophistication and the preparation to prevent this kind of thing from happening. Going on the cheap and not having a lawyer for his wife ended up costing him a fortune. So, word to the wise, get a lawyer for both sides. If you have to pay for your soon-to-be spouse's lawyer, just do it. It's a bargain relative to the potential downside in the future. So make sure you do it early. So don't come a couple days before the wedding. Although I will say, prenups signed right before the wedding are valid if you cover all the other bases. So this is why it makes sense to spend a few bucks on a skilled, experienced divorce lawyer to do a prenup and not just dash one off and sign it and cross your fingers. So that's it. So I hope that helps. Another case law update. Thanks for listening. I'm Rafe Palmer, STG Divorce Law. Please like, share, subscribe for more content like this. Give us comments so we know that this stuff is helpful for you. And check out our law firm at stglaw.com. Thank you.